And we are back here on This Is the Day, and we have two wonderful guests sitting here out in the set. We have Kelley McCormick and John Niven, and they are here to talk about a very special project that's going to be going on. And maybe, Kelley, if you could start us off by telling us a little bit about the God of the City tour.
Sure. The tour was sort of born out of LIFT Ministry has a ministry of praise and worship that runs on a monthly basis, and it has been for a little over 4 years. And we've decided that the God of the City tour was a chance for us to reach out to all of the Archdiocese rather than be in the one location that we're always at. And so it's began from that a year ago, and this is our second year in doing it, and it'll run for 5 consecutive nights through each region of the Archdiocese starting next week.
Excellent.
That sounds really great. And John, what do you think attendees can expect from the evening of God of the City tour?
Well, they can definitely expect a movement of God in their hearts. I mean, first and foremost, because that's what this is about. We really just wanted to excite people, the fact that God is alive here in this Archdiocese, and despite all the years of tough, trials that we've gone through, that God is still alive and He's still moving. So, first and foremost, that's what they can expect. Secondly, we have a live band. We have 5 or 6 people, and so each night we'll have praise and worship. We'll have a different speaker each night, and then we'll have a time for Eucharistic adoration. So spend time, with our Lord, and then we'll have a couple more songs. And it's especially great because that Friday night at the Cathedral, our last night, we have the Cardinal as our speaker, and we have a 35-person choir that we auditioned for throughout the Archdiocese, and we've been preparing for about a month now, and they're going to be able to sing that night as well. So it's going to be something spectacular.
Right. Kelley, maybe you could talk about where the God of the City tour will be. Also, maybe how this can add to people's celebration of the season of Advent, too.
Well, there's, as I mentioned before, it's in each of the 5 regions of the Archdiocese. On Monday, we'll be in the North region at St. Mary's in Lynn. On Tuesday at Holy Family Parish in Duxbury, which would be the South region. On Wednesday, it's at St. Michael's in North Andover. Thursday is at St. Mary's in Franklin, and then the pinnacle event, of course, is at the Cathedral of the Cross on Friday with Cardinal Sean. But one way, I saw the prayer box here, but we received prayer intentions from folks by mail as well as through the whole week. We'll be receiving prayer intentions at each evening and carrying the prayer intentions with us through the whole tour, and so that the hundreds of Catholics, as they gather through the week, will have the chance to pray for all the intentions. And then, again, finally at the pinnacle event on Friday night with the Cardinal at the Cathedral. So that's one way I think that they can add, or present their thanks, certainly this week.
Yeah.
That's great. So people can participate by sending in their prayers, or they can attend any or all of the 5 evenings, and certainly at the Cathedral there's plenty of room, and I've been to all those churches. They're spectacularly beautiful, so you made some great choices. But other than sending in prayers, where can people learn more about this, John?
If you go to, on the web, it's www.godofthecitytour.com. You can view all the dates, and you can view pictures and media from last year, as well as to go to liftedhigher.com. Which is LIFT's main website. You can go and find information there, and again, all the media and stories and everything from last year are there as well.
Okay. Well, how did, and obviously it was a success last year, but talk about some of the things that people talked about last year, and maybe how you sort of carried that into this year, and what the reaction was from
Well, I tell you, last year it was definitely it was a brand new thing for us, so we kind of went in blind. We didn't know what was going to happen, and we had some really great speakers last year. Sister Olga came out and she told her story of her youth in Iraq, and it was just heart-wrenching. All the way through Cardinal Sean, you could just tell that he was beaming the fact that he could just share all these stories, with the youth and all the people that were there. And we've realized that people are hungry, for God and for something that is going to really push them through Advent. So it's really just been great to see the fulfillment of this happening again.
Yeah. Excellent.
That's great. What made you decide to make the leap from Lifted Higher to God of the City? And it's sort of a partnership that puts this on, right?
Right. LIFT Ministries is with the Office of New Evangelization for Youth and Young Adults out of the Archdiocese of Boston. So there's a marriage together. Really, I think the biggest impetus was for the chance to expand it. as much as we're in Milton each month with our ministry, the chance to reach out to all of the regions. Certainly if you're traveling from Ipswich to get to Milton, it can be a bit of a hike. So the chance to reach out and get out to the regions is what makes it attractive as well.
Sure.
Especially too, it happens on school nights. And as much as it's a concentrated youth ministry, it's a family ministry, and we have folks from grandparents all the way down to middle school, so it makes it attractive from them as well to be a little bit closer to home.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we encourage everybody to, if they're in the area, to drop by. And what was that the website again, John?
It was www.godofthecitytour.com.
Okay.
And you can find all the info, all the addresses and the churches, and even maps are there for you.
All right.
So everything's there.
And if you've watched the telethon in the past, you've seen John perform, and he will be there as well. We were trying to coax him to sing something here on the show today, but he wouldn't go for it. Well, we thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
We appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to be back with the rest of This Is the Day in just a moment.